Update. Happy January 1st. Happy New Year. Happy 2016. I was waiting for Ron Hoon, but I didn't want to keep you guys waiting any longer. I know you guys have been waiting for this special edition of Fox News Now. So instead of kicking things off with Ron, I figure I'll just say hi to you guys. And eventually, Ron will find his way to this space right over here. Although I see him walking over there, it looks like he's not walking in the direction of News Now. Interestingly enough, this is a very odd start to 2016. I feel really almost naked without Ron Hoon sitting right next to me. It doesn't feel right. Anyways, that aside, happy 2016, guys. We have a lot of news to talk about. These are our top headlines. Plus, one of the things I'm going to do today is just show you some of the highlights from throughout 2015. There's certain videos on our YouTube channel, fox10phoenix.com, that have a lot of views. So what we're going to do is go back and look at some of the highlights, some of the hits on FNN, some of the top stories, and we'll be hanging out with you throughout the day. So I just want to say thank you guys for joining us here on FNN on your holiday, your January 1st. I hope you're having a lovely day. Hope you had a wonderful New Year's celebration. Speaking of New Year's celebrations, we have video from all parts of the country and all around the world showcasing how different people celebrated the New Year. So I want to go ahead and pull up some of that video for you guys. I really want to pull up this video from Idaho just because I like the idea of this. This is out of Idaho, and they celebrate the New Year with a potato drop. As you know, New York does the ball drop, and different places try to emulate the concept of a drop. And here is Idaho's celebration, the potato drop. Stand by, guys, while I cue this up for you. I don't know why I did that weird dance. Let's go to Idaho. That was awkward. Again, guys, this is video from Idaho. Now let's go to Illinois. These are fireworks that took place in Chicago when the clock struck midnight. Let's go ahead and check them out. It looks like our video is a little glitchy, or maybe they're just sending us a series of stills. Oh, there we go. Finally, the video is working. Again, slightly glitchy. I guess we're kicking off 2016 with some technical difficulties here on FNN. But fret not, guys. We are working to get these issues resolved. And I know Deborah in the chat room asked, SK, can you show us the ball drop? Yes, I can. Let me go ahead and just pull that up for you guys. Give me a second. Deborah referring to the ball drop in New York's Times Square. Alright, here is video of the ball being raised in New York. Let me go ahead and show you guys this. All right, guys, so that was video of the ball raised. We are just about to play the video of the countdown now in Times Square.
Vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New.
Hello, Ron Hoon.
SK.
Happy 2016.
Happy 2016. Happy New Year.
It's our first SK Ron FNN
Yep.
of 2016.
I can tell you were just in a great New Year's mood the second I saw you today. You're like, Happy New Year. It's like the continuation. Did you stay up till midnight? No.
I attempted to. I really did.
Well.
But I fell asleep on the cat. I don't have a cat. I fell asleep on the couch while watching a great Fox sitcom.
Oh.
Last Man on Earth. I was catching up.
Okay.
And then next thing you know, I was woken up and it was 12:50, and I was like, I guess it's 2016 now, guys.
Wow.
So there's that. It was
There's
a little
that.
underwhelming. Did you stay up? It's hard with your
No,
work
but I'm
schedule.
ready to celebrate now. Ba-da-da. 2016 is here. No, I bet it's been, I don't know if I've ever, well, I'm sure I have at some point.
But it's on the
Since I've been
weekend,
doing
probably.
mornings, yeah, exactly. If there was like a New Year's Eve that was a Saturday night, I'd
Or
probably
Friday
have
night
stayed up.
even,
Right.
maybe. You could work in a nap and make it work.
It's possible.
I really thought I was going to make it. And initially, I was going to go out to Tempe or just see the festivities locally.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just so cold here.
Yeah, I know.
That, like, went out to dinner, got sushi, and then I was like, I want to go home because it's cold. I'd rather sleep and be fresh for the viewers.
Nice.
'Cause
You owe
otherwise
it to the viewers.
I would be sluggish. So I sacrificed New Year's Eve for you guys.
Yeah. Now, I'm looking at these live pictures from Times Square this morning, and it seems to me that there are like larger crowds. I know the party's over, right? And they've cleaned it up, and life's back to normal there.
That is true.
But it seems like, because Fox puts these pictures up every once in a while because the Fox headquarters are just right around the street. Doesn't it seem like it's like super crowded there even the day after?
Well, I feel like it's probably a busier time of the year for tourists.
Yeah.
So you figure, even though the ball dropped last night,
Yeah.
there's still tourists in New York that are still going to visit Times Square.
Yes, right. And there might even be some people who said, you know what, I'm not going to deal with the security and the headaches and all of that. I'll just go down the next day and just sort of feel the vibe.
And to be honest, if you've been to New York once and you've done Times Square, you don't really ever have to do it again.
That's a good point.
Times Square is there.
Doesn't change a
and
lot.
you do it
Right.
the first time maybe, or maybe the second time, but after you've been there 10, 15 times, then you just only go to Times Square if you're forced to.
Yeah.
If you need to go somewhere nearby.
So, hi, Tess. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your new year, 2016. I feel it's going to be a good year.
I think so. I think you're right, Ron. I think you are right.
I mean, just think, we are, by the end of this year, we will have elected Donald Trump as president. I don't know. It's possible. He keeps leading in the polls. The Barack Obama presidency will be wrapping up here, and it'll be Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders or Rand Paul or who knows. I don't know. There's something about these glasses that it's not working for me because it feels like it says 2006.
It does.
So
It
it's
does not
like,
look like a 16. I kept thinking it was 2006. I'm like, we have time
did we wake you
travel.
up in a time warp?
Confuse the viewer.
Okay, now here's Rachel, who keeps us focused on FNN, Fox News Now. Anybody set any goals? Have you figured out your New Year's
I'm
resolutions?
not setting any.
That's it.
Because I just don't want to be a statistic. And what that means is
But
those
it's
statistics
not-
that prove that no one actually sticks to their New Year's
No,
resolution.
there's an individual life behind every statistic.
Okay.
And you would have a
well,
story of making it half year of, but what do you have to improve upon, SK, honestly? Come on.
So kind. Let's see. I'm going to make a resolution maybe to travel every month to a place I've never been. So this means
Ooh.
I'm cutting out, that means LA doesn't count as travel.
Okay.
Fresno doesn't count as travel.
No.
It can be locally in the state, or it can
Okay.
be out of the state or out of the country, as
Right.
some of you may know.
Oh, there are all
In
kinds of cool
4
places.
weeks,
Yeah.
In 27 days,
Mhm.
I will be flying, not like that, on a plane,
Yeah.
to Mexico City, and I'm really excited.
Never been, right?
Never been to
Okay.
Mexico City.
Yeah.
And the internet talks about how Mexico City is a really underrated travel destination, how much history there is and culture, and it's this big city of 20 million people,
Yeah.
and it's an affordable trip.
Yes.
So I'm into that.
I think.
And the
after-
peso going down with the dollar going up, so now's the time,
I
guys.
think after many, many, many years of thinking about it and talking about it, I think I'm going to Italy
Ooh,
in 2016. Yeah.
interesting.
So I think that's my big one.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so many carbohydrates to eat. How exciting.
Ooh, bring out the pasta
Sounds
now.
delicious.
So Rachel says maybe learn a little bit of a new language. I'm redoing my New Year's resolution from last year to learn Spanish. I actually got one of those CD sets, but it just didn't click for me. So it's my second New Year's resolution. I mean, it's a rerun. Of
So
last
when
year's resolution.
when you accomplish it, then you too can travel to Mexico City
Yes, oh, absolutely.
and work that Spanish in. In fact, thank you for bringing that up because I need to start refreshing
Yes.
like my Spanish skills because I need to get through Mexico and not appear like a tourist.
No, exactly.
I
You need to appear like
sound
a local.
I'm gonna sound very American. Don't get me
think?
wrong. My
Okay.
language skills sound as American as possible, regardless of the language that I speak. But you know what?
Yeah.
Years ago, I was in a beach town in Mexico,
All right.
and I went to one of these stands that was selling a dress, and he tried to charge me $40.
Uh-oh, no,
And in
no,
that
no.
moment,
Yeah.
my Spanish came out. It was like it was needed or something, and I bargained that down to $20. So in times of dire need,
Yes, right.
I can speak Spanish.
Still comes back to you. Hey.
Speaking of Mexico, though,
Yes, right.
this one actually bullet point number 3.
Okay.
Affluenza teens return delay. Did you hear about this?
Yes,
And how
yes.
he could stay in Mexico for like weeks or months.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I actually love it because Mama, who I think probably instigated almost everything that this kid
You
was
thought
doing.
she was the mastermind
I
behind
think she
this
was the
escape?
mastermind behind the escape. And I think he was still hanging out with Mama and using her cell phone or at least her credit card to order the pizza. They got caught. And now Mama went back to the U.S. and boy is stuck in a Mexican jail.
I'm glad you brought up the mom because I do have images of the mom, and I wanted to show this to the viewers yesterday, but then we had that breaking news out of Dubai, and I never got to my top 5 yesterday.
Okay.
But the mom returned to Los Angeles, what was it, yesterday?
Yeah.
And the funniest thing, on the internet at least, was the fact that Carrot Top was trending nationwide. Did you see this?
No.
So Carrot Top was one of the top 3 trends around the country.
But why?
It's because when everyone saw the images of Affluenza Teen's mom,
Okay.
they thought she looked like Carrot Top with her new hair and you have to see this.
Okay.
It's literally, people would have pictures side by side of the mom and Carrot Top. I just have images of the mom, but still, it's so good. Affluenza Teen mom. Let's see. This is her arrival at LAX. Let's see. Do you see the back of her?
Oh,
do you see it?
I'm seeing it. Nah.
Do you see why
Yes.
Carrot Top was trending?
Hilarious.
Wow, she's getting TMZ'd at LAX.
Oh, sure.
That's so funny.
See, she left as just a regular scofflaw, just a regular fugitive from the law, and now she came back all TMZ on us.
Seriously, look at this. Affluenza Teen mom. Look at her. Like, it doesn't even matter if the Kardashians are landing at a terminal nearby. They wanted to get Carrot Top /
that's funny.
Affluenza mom.
But don't you think it's hilarious that Mama is back in the U.S. and Mama's boy is still stuck in a Mexican jail? That, to me, is pretty
Look at that.
funny.
Families are being separated.
Yeah, well, they should have never tried
Broken
to
the law.
escape. Yeah,
That is
exactly.
true. Let's look at one more video of Affluenza mom's arrival, just because.
Yep.
Or is it the same video? It looks like it may be the same video, so that's not that exciting. But speaking of Affluenza teens, since we're on the topic, I have video of the Affluenza teens detention center in Mexico.
Okay.
So this
Oh,
is where
yeah,
Ethan Couch
yeah.
has been detained.
Where if you walk nearby, just out on the street level, which it's weird that it looks like it's just in a residential neighborhood. You pick up on that?
Yeah.
If you walk nearby, you might just barely hear the sound of someone saying, "Mama." Mama. Hey, by the way, in the chat box, I love how Rachel is sharing with us what her plan is for the year. And she is saying she likes to learn something new every year, so she's going to learn how to make candles.
Well, Rachel's
And
very
so-
creative. She makes and bakes a lot of things.
That's
So
awesome,
that's
Rachel.
very commendable,
It's
Rachel.
really cool.
Speaking of the chat room, I want to acknowledge Brian Culver's comment
Okay.
in the chat room.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there a vaccine for affluenza? Maybe bankruptcy? I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Discipline.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, the vaccine would have had to have been. Yeah, the vaccine would be common sense parents, because there are plenty of parents who are affluent who are raising their kids with actual rules to live by.
Structure,
Correct.
guidelines.
Yeah, and so that would be the vaccine.
So,
is
for
some
example,
common sense.
Donald Trump, very wealthy. Do his children suffer from affluenza?
You know what's weird about it? A lot of people think, oh my gosh, Donald Trump, the things that come out of his mouth, you can't hardly believe it. And somebody called him a blowhard and this and that. You look at his kids, and they seem to be the most well-adjusted, on top of things kids. I mean, so obviously he's done a lot of right things, it appears, in raising his family.
And speaking of Trump and his family, they were all gathered together last night to bring in the new year with Fox News Channel.
Yes.
And I believe
Oh, do we have
I
that?
have a clip
Okay.
of Mr. Trump, if I can find it. There it is. Let's watch it.
Okay. Let's.
Him with his well-disciplined children.
Okay. Yes, right.
Well, I hope you're going to be calling the White House, and I promise you will get through. You'll always be invited, and we're going to do something really special. We're going to make a lot of amends for the mistakes that have been made over the years. So I hope you're going to be calling the White House. We're going to be basically all over the United States. We're going to be in Mississippi on Saturday, and we just got back, as you know, from South Carolina, Iowa, New Hampshire. We're sort of all over the place, and we love it. Well, I love the people, and I realize how smart the people are. They get it, and they want to see good things. I mean, they love the country. They want to see great things happen for the country, and that's what's happening. So, you know, I love the people. The crowds have been amazing. We're having 10, 15, 20,000 people at every event, and we've just had a great time. It's been just an amazing time. I think I'll be her worst nightmare, but we're going to find out. Look, she won't do the job. We're going to do the job, and we're going to do some really special things. We have to really work to make our country great again, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do it tirelessly, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it, and everybody's going to do it together. So I look forward to it. And if it's Hillary Clinton that's in the race, I look forward to going against her.
That was fun to listen to. It sounded like a Donald Trump special edition of New Year's Eve rally.
Mm-hmm.
He had to say, make America great again. No, he said, make this country great again.
Right.
I don't think I've ever heard Donald Trump speak publicly and not make at least one reference to making the country great again.
I know.
At least since he's been running for president.
Yes, indeedy. So, you know, again, we talked about this 2 days ago, but it seems to me, I don't know, why he wasn't the Time Magazine's Person of the Year still kind of blows my mind. He definitely was the most talked about for a guy who was already well known, but burst on the scene politically and became the most talked about man, maybe next to Obama, in the country. So he has certainly made it fascinating this year. So
Time did say they've never put a presidential candidate
right
on the cover for that role.
Yes,
so maybe that was the only reason.
Maybe so.
But then again, if he wasn't a presidential candidate, he wouldn't be the most talked about man in America either. So there's that.
That's a good point.
But speaking of politicians in New Year's, we have different clips from Fox National of various politicians with their New Year's address.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you going to roll this now?
Oh, I have Fiorina, I got Ben Carson, I have some other candidates.
Okay.
I mean... Also, I have another story, completely unrelated, but a member of NSYNC is selling this mansion, and we're going to take you inside.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You got the video there? A little
Florida.
later, you're going to share this really sad story that shocks me, that Natalie Cole is dead.
That is true.
Nat
We
King
haven't
Cole's
even
daughter.
gotten to that, but that is breaking news. It was just breaking over the last hour. I know Natalie Cole is the number 2 trend nationwide, I believe, right after the Rose Parade or the Rose Bowl. It's really sad news. Relatively very young, 65 years old.
I know. I was just shocked. Maybe we'll find out a little bit more about what was happening there. And then they also, for guys who remember the TV show, if you guys remember MASH, which has obviously been popular in reruns, the guy who, Wayne Rogers, who played Hawkeye's sidekick in MASH, who was just on the Fox News Channel a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
Is dead this morning, too. He died of pneumonia yesterday, so... She struggled with substance abuse, according to TMZ, had liver disease, and underwent chemo for Hep C.
Right, she died from congestive heart failure, according to TMZ, although we're told the underlying medical issues were complications from a kidney transplant and hepatitis C.
It's just a shame.
Wow.
What
She
a
had been
talent.
very sick recently, canceling several tour dates in late December, including a New Year's Eve concert at the Disney Hall in LA. Wow. She died at a hospital.
She was going to be at the New Year's Eve? Oh.
Yeah, she died in a hospital in Los Angeles. She has a son. Look at this. Natalie's rep tells TMZ, "It is with heavy hearts that we bring you all the news of our mother and sister's passing. Natalie fought a fierce, courageous battle, dying how she lived, with dignity, strength, and honor. Our beloved mother and sister will be greatly missed and remain unforgettable in our hearts forever." And this is the last...
Oh, last known picture of
last, well, no, the last TMZ clip.
Okay.
We can watch it, though.
Her song called "This Will Be," is one of my favorite songs ever.
Sorry to break the news to you, Ron.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is really sad.
Not the happiest way to kick off the new year.
No. Ooh, I feel like somebody's going to step on that. I need to move it. Hang on. We got an
Ron
iPad
Hoon is
alert.
picking up the iPad. iPad drops periodically because we don't have an official iPad spot for it.
That's right. That could be a New Year's resolution. Finding a little area for the iPad.
Does it look like we have any more space in here?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I've got to find another area for our
Yeah,
set.
maybe that could be, we all go talk to the boss and say, a bigger, newer News Now set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with a bed.
With a bed. So it's kind of like the cab of a long haul truck. So you could just...
Some of these streams are very long haul.
No.
I don't know, just a thought.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Well...
Ronald.
I better go.
Well, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, no kidding. So, you're here next week, right?
I am.
We'll have a full week of talking about the news.
We will. And I'm going to continue talking about the news because I still have bullet point 1 to get to, bullet point 2 to get to, and bullet point, well, I kind of got to that one. At least the first couple bullet points.
We do kind of bounce around, don't we?
We
a little
do,
bit?
depending on where our conversation goes, you know? We started with the Affluenza team just because I happen to be talking about Mexico.
Right.
It all kind of flows however we choose to make it
You
flow.
know that you're going to have to either Periscope a lot or Facebook mentions or something live from Mexico City because people are going to want to see what you're doing.
It's called Snapchat, guys. I love it. But yeah, I should Facebook mentions or something, but I just love Snapchat. It's so easy.
Okay.
Take
You're all over
your
it?
festive glasses,
Yeah, I
although I
better.
gotta wear them one.
Here we go. Happy 2006.
Happy 2006, guys. It's
A
10
retro.
years ago.
Yeah, that was a year, wasn't it?
I'm at USC. Here you go.
Thanks.
All right, guys,
See you
let's
later.
continue with some of that video of politicians' 2016 messages. Let me cue up, let's see what Carly Fiorina had to say to the public. Stand by. Let's watch more clips.
Her home in Virginia is 2016 Republican presidential candidate Carly Fiorina and her husband Frank. Happy New Year's Eve to you both. Thank you so much for helping us ring in 2016. It's great to see you.
Happy New Year to you all. While you're in exciting Times Square, we're here in Mason Neck, Virginia with our grandkids, our daughter, and our son-in-law. Woohoo! We're having a good time.
We're so happy you were joined us. You're the first ones to come on live and talk to us. What are your thoughts for 2016? Carly, first, tell us what you're looking forward to.
Well, obviously, I'm looking forward to getting back out on the campaign trail, although I have to say I've really enjoyed being home for the holidays with my family and friends. But I'm looking forward. I'm hitting New Hampshire and then Iowa. Frank is going to start in Iowa and then New Hampshire. So we're going to get back out there and talk to voters on the ground, which is where it's going to happen.
You guys are such a great example of teamwork, so loving and supportive to one another. It really is an inspiration, Carly, and you speak so lovingly about your husband, Frank. And it's great for us, very special, to be able to start off this special, this New Year's Eve for Fox News with you. And, of course, we love seeing you over at the Fox News Channel headquarters. It's great when you come by. And tell us about your ideas for the country.
You know, I think we have to take our country back, honestly. I think as citizens we've lost our power. people feel powerless because they are. Powerless because they've lost possibilities in their lives. Powerless because our government is bloated and out of control. Powerless because the political class, the liberal elites, and frankly the media as well, have taken away what citizens once had. Ours was intended to be a citizen government, and that's why I've rolled out my blueprint to take our country back.
All right, Frank, so if Carly is elected president, what are we going to call you? Are we going to call you first guy, first gentleman, first man, first dude? What do you want to be called?
Well, I've been called Frank for now 66 years. I think I'll be the first Frank. Although my grandchildren call me Pappy, I've been told maybe first Pappy will work.
I'm kind of liking that. First
I like
Pappy.
that. First Pappy. America's Pappy. I mean, who could go wrong? I got to tell you. Frank, you must be so proud of Carly, of all the accomplishments that she's made in terms of as a trailblazing career woman, business entrepreneur, and now being so fearless to run for president of the United States. I know I'm proud as a woman to see her run and share her conservative values.
Well, I've watched her for 34 years, and I've been extremely proud of her through her whole career, every one of them, whether it was business, philanthropy, or now in politics. She's done some extraordinary things, and I've always been proud of her.
All right, Carly, before we go, I have about 20 seconds or so. One final thought to America watching you right now.
All our problems can be solved. All our wounds can be healed. We need to take our country back, and I look forward to talking with the American people about how we can do that together.
Okay, all righty.
Fantastic. From Eric and I, we want to wish
Happy
you
New Year.
a Happy New Year. Absolutely. God bless you both, and thanks for all that you do.
Well, I'd like to wish you, your family, your loved ones a very, very happy New Year. And I hope that everybody will use this opportunity for a great new start in a new year with all the success. And I hope you all have peace. God bless you.
I want to wish everybody a very happy new year and good luck with your resolutions. Mine is try to stay off the ice cream in Iowa. That's been a expansive affair for me.
Hello, I'm Mike Huckabee. I hope you've had a good 2015, but I'm hoping you're going to have a better 2016. Hey, I'm hoping I'm going to have one too. Look forward to having a great year. God bless and Happy New Year to Fox News Channel.
This is presidential candidate Jim Gilmore, and Happy New Year to all of our Fox viewers. I resolve this year to be as obnoxious and loud as possible so I can get invited to the next Republican presidential debate.
Hello, I'm Governor Martin O'Malley, wishing all of the Fox viewers a Happy New Year. As we reflect on 2015, I think we should also be grateful to all of our military families for their service to our country. And also, I look forward to 2016 being a year that we can realize as a nation there's more that unites us than divides us, and we can move forward again as a people. Happy New Year.
Eric and Kim, it's great to be with you. Happy New Year. You know, 2016 is going to be an incredible year. 2016 is going to be the last year of the Obama presidency. 2016 is going to be the last year before Hillary retires permanently to Chappaqua. 2016 is going to be the last year that we have Obamacare. 2016 is going to be the last year until we abolish the IRS. And 2016 is going to be the last year until we utterly destroy ISIS and defeat radical Islamic terrorism. Like 1980, 2016 is going to be a very, very good year. And I want to finish with just a simple story, a story that I've heard on the trail. The date is January 20th, 2017. A little old man walks up to the Marine guarding the front gate at the White House. He says, "Excuse me, sir, is Barack Obama here?" The Marine says, "No, I'm sorry, Barack Obama is no longer president of the United States." The next day, same little old man, same Marine walks up, says, "Excuse me, is Barack Obama there?" The Marine sighs, a little bit frustrated, and says, "No, Barack Obama is no longer president of the United States." The next day, January 22nd, the same little old man, same Marine, same question. This time the Marine is visibly frustrated. He sighs and says, "Sir, I've told you 3 days in a row, Barack Obama is no longer President of the United States. The little old man smiles and with a twinkle in his eye says, I know that. I just love hearing you say it. And the Marine promptly salutes and says, see you tomorrow, sir. 2016 is going to be a very, very good year.
Hi, this is Marco Rubio, a senator from Florida and a candidate for President of the United States. As we leave 2015 behind and look forward to 2016, with the elections that are coming up in November, this is the year where we're going to have a chance to turn America around. After 7 disastrous years of the current president, we have a chance to reclaim the American dream, and that's why I'm running for president. And my resolution for 2016 is to do everything I can to not just restore the American dream, but to expand it to reach more people and change more lives than ever before, so that this, the greatest country in the world, can be greater than it's ever been. So may God bless all of you. And from our family to yours, we're wishing you a Happy New Year.
Hi, this is Rand Paul. Happy New Year, America. As 2015 comes to an end, I want to wish everyone watching on Fox News a successful new year. America is the greatest, freest, richest, and most humanitarian country in the history of mankind. To keep America great, we need to protect the liberties our founders enshrined in the Constitution. Both parties have let us down. They've forgotten that their first duty is to defend the Constitution, and that means balanced budgets and a government so small you can barely see it. If Washington continues to ignore the Constitution, then maybe 2016 is the year to limit congressional terms once and for all. This year, my resolution is to preserve our liberties and restore prosperity across America. 2016 needs to be the year of real change in Washington. I'm ready to make that change if you'll stand with me. From my family to yours, happy holidays, and see you out on the campaign trail.
To all my friends, I hope that we have a prosperous, healthy, and secure New Year's. Happy New Year, everybody.
Eric and Kim.
We're moving into a different phase now, and we need something different, and we've brought that into place. I think people are going to see a very major difference. We have operators now, and this is something that I discovered working in the corporate world for decades. You know, you could have people with very good ideals, but you have to have operators in order to effectuate those ideals.
It's 2016 and you can exhale now. Despite threats of terrorism, an estimated 1 million people rang in the new year at the crossroads of the world. 1 billion more people are thought to have watched the event on television around the globe. While the Big Apple fireworks went off without a hitch, it was a much quieter night in another city in New York. Rochester canceled its fireworks after this man was taken into custody. The FBI says Emmanuel Luchman was in contact with ISIS. They say the 25-year-old ex-con had plotted to attack the patrons in a Rochester bar with knives and a machete. In Paris, the City of Light said goodbye to a year that saw darkness visited upon it twice. First with the Charlie Hebdo attacks, and then the Friday the 13th massacre in November. In Munich, Germans celebrated the start of 2016 despite threats of a planned terrorist attack. Police had been tipped that ISIS was going to attack venues around the German city with up to 7 suicide bombers. In Dubai, the celebrations went on despite a massive fire in a skyscraper. A 5-star hotel went up in flames, but people managed to escape. And as the world said goodbye to 2015, one couple rang in 2016 in a special way. They became the first to get married in the new year.
Neither of you guys have stage fright because there are about 1 million people watching you.
No stage fright at all.
None. I love how people were telling me, thank you for inviting me to your wedding. Like people standing on the sides. I'm like, you're welcome.
In addition to Paris and Rochester, Brussels also canceled its New Year's Eve fireworks display due to fears of terrorism. In New York, Patricia Stark, Fox News. The FBI says this is the face of a wannabe jihadi. 25-year-old Emmanuel Luchman is charged with attempting to provide material support to terrorists. Prosecutors say Luchman was planning to attack people at a bar in Rochester, New York on New Year's Eve. The plot allegedly involved knives and a machete. Those items were purchased at a Walmart with money provided by an FBI informant.
We all must acknowledge that in today's day and age,
that any place in the world can be a target. So we're asking our residents to be safe and vigilant, not just tonight, but every day and night.
According to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, Lutchman converted to Islam while he was behind bars on a robbery charge. The feds say Lutchman was in touch with an ISIS member overseas. According to a federal complaint, the ISIS member told Lutchman he would have to prove his loyalty by praying regularly and planning an operation on New Year's Eve.
He's got to wake up and pay attention and watch what's going on, you know. You see anything funny, you know, don't be afraid to call, because it could be an American born, it could be blonde hair, blue eyes, you don't know.
In addition to a criminal record, Lutchman also reportedly has a history of mental illness.
That type of thing can happen anywhere. I think it's more not a Muslim thing, or he's just an ignorant person, you know, just somebody that's going through some stuff.
The city of Rochester canceled their New Year's Eve fireworks display as a result of the plot. If convicted, Lutchman could face 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. In New York, Patricia Stark, Fox News.
All right, guys, want to go ahead and show you some video from this morning of that hotel fire in Dubai. Yes, it was still burning as of this morning. These are images from today of the fire that broke out around 9:30 p.m. Dubai time yesterday, just a couple hours before the clock struck midnight. Yesterday, the city of Dubai continued with its fireworks display despite the fire that was burning nearby. Again, this fire at a hotel in a very popular area of Dubai, very close to the world's tallest building, the Burj Al Khalifa. This building, the Address Hotel, 63 stories. It is believed that the fire broke out on the 20th floor. Plus, here is some cell phone video from the fire as well.